Have you ever been warned not to enter a certain place, but your curiosity pushed you anyway? What if that place remembers everyone who steps inside and never truly lets them go? Story 1, Room 313 long version, for approximately 6 minutes narration. I was exhausted, my body drained, my head spinning, and the road ahead seemed to swallow the last bit of my energy. That cold night, I was driving along a deserted country road. Black trees swayed on either side like they were whispering dark secrets. I glanced at the fuel gauge. It was blinking red. I had to stop. Luckily, a small wooden sign appeared on the roadside. It read, South Highland in 2 kilometers ahead. It was an old hotel, 2 floors high, its lights dim and flickering as if barely clinging to life. I parked and stepped inside. The reception was empty, until an elderly man appeared. His face was pale, like time had devoured every part of him. I said, "Just one night. I need some rest." He slowly raised his eyes and looked at me like he'd known me forever. Then he said, "Any room, except 313. I hesitated, but told myself it was probably under maintenance. He handed me the key to room 210, and I headed upstairs. The room was normal, a bit cold, but clean. From my window, though, I could see one door at the end of the hallway. A dark wooden door with faded red numbers, 313. At midnight, I woke to a whisper, faint, distant. Come closer." Still half asleep, I thought I was dreaming, but the whisper came again, louder this time. I got up and stepped into the hallway, drawn toward that cursed door. It was slightly ajar. I pushed it open and stepped inside. The room was pitch black, except for a dim light from a broken lamp. The air was thick, heavy with a smell like rot and death. The curtains swayed, even though the windows were shut tight, as if the room itself was breathing. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind me. I ran to it, but the knob was ice cold and wouldn't turn. Then, footsteps. Slow, deliberate, behind me. I turned around, nothing. But then, words began to appear on the walls, scrawled handwriting in strange languages, and sometimes my name. Then the mirror cracked, smoke poured from it, and faces emerged. Distorted faces, screaming without sound, begging, suffering. One of them looked like me. My limbs trembled. I tried to scream, but no sound escaped. Suddenly, a cold hand grabbed my shoulder, and another pulled at me, dragging me toward the mirror. I struggled, fought with all I had. Then, nothing. I found myself thrown out into the hallway. The corridor was pitch black. I ran downstairs to the lobby, but no one was there. Silence. The wall clock pointed to 3:13 a.m. 3:13, same as the room number. I looked at my hand. I was still holding the key. Room 313. In the morning, I asked around. They told me room 313 had been sealed for 20 years. Ever since a young man stayed there alone.